Hi there! Welcome to another episode of Ask This Bookkeeper Anything. My name is Veronica Fry, and I am the owner of True Resource Bookkeeping, where I help service-based business owners increase clarity and decrease stress around money. So today's question is, why is my business profitable, but I have no cash? This question is very important and it's very confusing. So I'm going to walk you through understanding the difference between profit and cash, and then I'm going to give you a good example that you can use to understand where your money is going and how it's flowing through your business. So first, what is the difference between profit and cash? Profit is basically just the difference between your income and your expenses. You see it obviously when you're looking at your income statement or profit and loss statement, and it's really just what's left over after you have subtracted your expenses from your income. So cash is basically what it sounds like. It's what is in your bank account. What money has come in, what money has gone out. That is the cash flow of your business. And what gets so confusing between profit and cash is you would think that they should be the same. You know, if you had a large profit, you should have a lot of cash at the end of the year. But it's not the case. So let's give you a few things to look at that are kind of the most common reasons why your profit and your cash will be different. And hopefully it'll help you have a little bit of a checklist so that you can understand where your cash went. So if you're profitable, but you don't have any cash or you have much less than you would expect, I'm going to show you 3 places to look for where your money might have gone. So first, ask, did I pay myself? As I mentioned in a prior video, there are 2 ways that you could pay yourself from your business that would not show up on the expense side. And that is either with an owner's draw or a distribution. So look, did you take money out of the business as an owner's draw, or did you have distributions? That is one example of where your cash could have gone. Second, ask, did I pay any debt down? So did you have a loan? Did you have a line of credit? Did you have a credit card? The only part of those that will show up on the profit and loss would be interest. Everything else that you paid is just cash coming out of the business going to whoever you're paying back. So that's another example of where your cash could have gone. And finally, ask, did I buy any equipment or assets? So if you buy something that you're going to consider an asset, and usually it's a larger amount, like maybe some equipment, some computer, some sort of thing that you're going to want to depreciate over time, as it's called, that's not going to show up on your expense. It's just going to be money out of your bank account. And that's an example of another place that cash could go. So these aren't the only places that cash can go, but they're the most common. So definitely check there first and you will be on your way to understanding where your cash went. So let me give you an example that might help you visualize this with actual numbers. Let's pretend that there is a marketing agency owner named Sarah. Sarah's business brought in $400,000 in revenue and $300,000 in business expenses went out this year. So her profit and loss will show that she had $100,000 in profit. But when she looks at her bank account at the end of the year, she only had $7,000. So where did the other $93,000 go? So in this example, she paid herself $70,000 in owner's draw throughout the year. She paid down $15,000 in a business loan, and she bought new computers and equipment for her team that we're going to treat as an asset, and that was $8,000. So $70,000 plus $15,000 plus $8,000, that gives us a $93,000 difference between what she sees in her $100,000 in profit and what she sees in the $7,000 showing up in her bank account. So if you find yourself in this position where you're asking, I'm profitable, but my cash does not make sense, do these things. First, run your profit and loss and look at your profit amount. Second, look at your bank account balance. Third, look at the common areas where cash could have gone. How much did you pay yourself in owner's draws or take in distributions? How much did you pay down debt? How much did you buy in assets? Look for any other ways that you could have taken cash out of the business. If you're still confused, talk to your bookkeeper. This is exactly one of the areas that they can help you with. If you don't have a bookkeeper, definitely check out my other video where I answer how to find a good bookkeeper. Well, I hope this answer helps you to understand the difference between profit and cash and to at least have the right direction to go in to understand why your profit and cash amounts might be so different. If you have any more questions, feel free to submit them anonymously at the link below and I will answer them in a future video. Thank you again for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye!